going? Move. Listen, how's everybody doing? Y'all okay? I haven't seen you guys in a minute. I was looking forward to seeing you. You may need to like, share, and subscribe to this show because it's going to be big. You see, I changed the time. I don't normally come on Thursday because I didn't come on Wednesday. So I'm Thursday and then Friday, back to back. Start sharing this show right now. I want y'all to start sharing it. Yes, baby. Welcome to another edition of yours truly, Uncle Luke Show podcast, brought to you by Luke. Oh, I don't even have a hat on. I don't have a hat on. I'm warrior down today, baby. Yo, you like this hat? I'm not giving you one. This is one of the last few. That's a warrior hat. But I want to welcome you guys to the yours truly, Uncle Luke Show podcast. We are brought to you by Luke Records. You can go get all your Luke gear at www.lukerecord.com. Hey, shouts out to everybody who's on YouTube. I love you guys. Shouts out to everybody that's on Instagram. My Instagram account is Uncle Luke Real One. Make sure you go over there and follow me because I'll be on there every now and then. And over there on Twitter, same thing, Uncle Luke Real One. On Facebook people, I love you people on Facebook. I want to say this here. Facebook is amazing. It's so many people tell me about what's going on Facebook. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I don't really go on Facebook like that because when I go on Facebook and I go into my DMs to see who's in there looking for me, it's like a bunch of old women with bad bodies. It's like a bunch of old women with it's like bullet wound. It'd be like stretch marks. It's like, I'm like, y'all somebody mama. Y'all are somebody mama. Why are you sending me, Luke? I always love you. And I'd be like, yes, I want to respond to them and say, yes, I love you too. But at the same time, no, we can't do that. You got to go be somebody's mama. Jack, you see the dog, I let him loose and he just goes and you got to watch him. Sit. Listen, man, I'm just saying, y'all can't be in the DM like that on Facebook. And Instagram is even worse. It's the BBL party. BBL with the long eyelashes. You think do I look like a guy who like BBL? Do I look like the guy who likes BBL? No, I do not like BBL and long eyelashes. Just imagine me sitting. Just imagine me going to dinner with the BBL. Pow, pow, pow. Little waist and boom. I told this one lady, she wanted to date me so bad. I was like, look, lady, you got too much going on. It's like you got the little waist and the big old ass and the big breasts. They see me coming in there. That's what they expect me to. It's like I'm getting high on my own supply. I don't do that. I'm sorry. I can't go out with you. You're not my type. I like skinny mini Coca-Cola bottle with a little bump in the back and a C cup. Not no D. Not no double D. All y'all just think Uncle Luke, that's what Uncle Luke likes. No. And you got to be a professional. You can't be the round-the-way girl. I know half of y'all think, oh, Luke like them scrippers. I walk down the street, Luke, where the hoes at? Huh? Do I look like? I'm just saying. I just had to get that off my chest. And on Twitter, it's the most narcissistic people in the world on Twitter. You people are the worst. It's like Twitter is filled with everybody that hates their life. People on Twitter hates their life, especially if you go into a Twitter space. It's like Clubhouse on steroids. They all hate each other. You tweet something and there's 20 people on there saying something that they hate. It's amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when I normally start the show, I want to know where you guys are from. Tell me where you're from. In the words of Uncle Al, God bless his soul, where you from? Where you at right now? Put in the chat where you're from so I can put you up here. I need to know where you're from. I need to let the whole world know that the whole world is watching. Because what people have a tendency of thinking is that I'm only talking to people in Miami, Florida. Under no circumstances am I doing that. You see, I'm talking to Glo from Baltimore. I see you, Go from Baltimore. We got Palm Beach County in the building. Palm Beach County on Sunday, I'm going to make a big announcement on the Glenna Milberg show to let you know if I'm running for Congress. And if I'm running for Congress, a large part of Palm Beach County, I will be representing. Hey, what's up? That's right. It's yours truly, Uncle Luke, up in the building, baby. Hey, we're going to have us a good time. What's up? The beans, the poke and beans. The poke and beans is in the building. Hey, I see y'all over there on the beans. There it is. Hattie Bird. I see you. Yep. What kind of Florida is this? Hey, Vanna. Oh, yeah. Hey, Vanna. I know Hey, Vanna. Hey, here we go. Yep. Let me put my glasses. Where's my glasses? I can't be doing this without my glasses because I can't see shit. Motherfucker can't see nothing. When I put the glasses on, I can't see. Here we go. Let me put my bifocals on. Oh, my God. And they're dirty. How can I do that? I need somebody to clean my glasses, but no. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Oh, we got more people from Maryland up in here. Hey, there we go. There we go. Yep, we got Boca Raton up in the building. What's up, Boca Raton? Yes, sir, buddy. Hey, well, who else in here? I got Streeter coming in here later on tonight. Hopefully he'll show up. This is a really big show tonight. It's a big show. I want you to right now do like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to go on here, and I am going to repost the show. It's on, it is on what you call it. The show is on Twitter. It's on live. You go up into the box up there, and I'm going to repost the show. See, this is a new time for me, and I know most people are like, what the hell is this dude on here this time of night? Oh, shit. I can't even repost it. What the hell? Why I can't repost on here? Jesus. Oh, so be it. I guess Elon Musk got a hold of me. He probably heard that I'm on here doing the show. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I normally be on 5 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But right now, I'm on here with you guys right now. So here's the deal. We're going to go from one extreme to the next. As you know, this show, Uncle Luke Show podcast, is sports, politics, and entertainment. And let me tell you, we got all that shit and some. We got sports, politics, and entertainment to the fucking fullest. It's so much shit that went on in the last, from political theater on Capitol Hill. So much shit went on there. People still talking about Bad Bunny. I don't know why. Why they got so much beef for Bad Bunny. Trinidad, I call him Trinidad and Tobago, got his rights today. We're going to talk about that. Florida A&M, I didn't get into it deep enough. Florida A&M, Black History Month, can't say anything black. Going to have a little report on that. But look, here's a story that you may not know. I'm going to take y'all backstage at one of my old shows.
You going on that stage yet?
Right. Okay.
Then we going to go.
Oh, got you. So
but them girls came a different way last night.
Yeah, they came up on the side of the stage, just closer with a DJ.
You can climb up there, right?
No, it steps right there.
Oh, you talking about on that side over there near the bar? Yeah, steps right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
But everybody can see them. You don't want everybody to see them.
That's backstage to one of my shows. I thought that was real funny to show y'all. But let's go here. Where y'all want to go first? Y'all want to do Pam Dundee? Dusty Rhodes' daughter? Where y'all want to go? Pam Bundy, I do y'all want to go Bad Bunny? I got Trinidad and Tobago, Pam Bundy. Fuck it. Let's go to this crazy bitch here. This bitch crazy.
Perpetrators, and you're ignoring the victims. That will be your legacy unless you act quickly to change course. You're running a massive Epstein cover-up right out of the Department of Justice. You've been ordered by subpoena and by Congress to turn over 6 million documents, photographs, and videos in the Epstein files, but you've turned over only 3 million. You say you're not turning over the other 3 million because they're somehow duplicative, but we know that there are actual memos of victim statements in there. And you also took down the Department of Justice's prosecution memo from 2019. So it's clearly not all duplicative, but even if it were, why not release it? Just release all the duplicative stuff. In the half you did produce, you redacted the names of abusers, enablers, accomplices, and co-conspirators, apparently to spare them embarrassment and disgrace, which is the exact opposite of what the law ordered you to do. Even worse, you shockingly failed to redact many of the victims' names, which is what you were ordered to do by Congress. Some of the victims had come forward publicly, but many had not. Many had kept their torment private, even from family and friends, but you published their names, their identities, their images on thousands of pages for the world to see. So you ignored the law, and even with over 100,000 employees at your disposal, you acted with some mixture of staggering incompetence, cold indifference, and jaded cruelty towards more than 1,000 victims raped, abused, and trafficked. This performance screams cover-up. Convicted sex trafficker and groomer Ghislaine Maxwell opened the gates of hell to Virginia Giuffre and hundreds of other victims, as Virginia recorded in her remarkable book, Nobody's Girl. But when Maxwell was subpoenaed to come testify before Congress, you and Todd Blanche quickly moved her from a higher security prison to a minimum security camp in Texas, where she's enjoyed 5-star treatment, including catered meals, private gym time, and access to a therapy puppy.
Access to a therapy puppy. I'm just saying, man, it is amazing as to what's going on. It's fucking amazing. I mean, you look at these congressional hearings, and you just like you could only shake your head. You could only shake your fucking head that these things are happening in the United States of America. I can't make this shit up. I mean, Pam Bundy was the AG in the state of Florida. I think Pam Bundy is a smart lady. She's definitely dug in for Trump. She's dug deep in for Trump. I mean, whatever he tells her to do, she does it. I hope she's making a lot of money out of this. Because I don't, you know, when Trump presidency is over with, these people like her and Kash Patel and all of them got to go live a regular life. They can't go to a new job and say, oh, I was just doing the job of the president. Who in the fuck is going to hire them? Well, then again, they got a bunch of racist people in the world. So I guess they're looking at the racist people who love what they're doing when they know it's wrong. Look, let me just say this for the record. And I don't even bother with this Epstein thing. You cannot have a person as a sex predator, convicted sex predator, him and his co-conspirator, Elaine, who's locked up just like the congressman just said. You cannot have these people locked up, convicted for prostitution, prostitution, sex trafficking of underage little girls, and you have a long list of people who went to the island, a long list of people who hung out with this dude and did things to these little girls. But nobody gets arrested. No fucking body gets arrested. You can't do that. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't have a long list of motherfuckers and then you put these women out there as if you're upset that they're coming forward and you redact you put their face out there. Little girls, there were little girls at the time. This is bad. This is bad. And I'm just going to say, you people in MAGA, because obviously if y'all don't push back on it, then the president is going to dig in deep. The president, he ran off the fact that he says he's going to open up all the Epstein files. This man ran and said, I'm going to release all Epstein files. He said he's going to release the files, and you voted for him. And then he just leaked some of the files out. Now you're 3 million pages. I never know. Look, how the fuck do you do over 3 million goddamn emails? Look, I never seen no shit like this. And then they said they got 3 million more. Put the mere fact back to the issue at hand. Why does nobody not get in jail? Go to jail. How the fuck can you do that? How in the fuck can nobody go to jail? And these little girls were raped. And you got the victims that's coming to these hearings and they coming forward saying, I was raped. What? And nobody go to fucking jail? I got homeboys, and most of y'all on here right now. I got homeboys who they suspected of drug dealing, and they put them in jail for conspiracy. To later on find out that they look, when you're in the hood and you got hood lawyers, you know they can fucking put you in jail just by saying, hey man, you got to bring the package over here. Oh, we got you on wiretap, said bring the package over here. So we're assuming you talking about the package or this and that and da-da-da and all that. And they lock your ass up for 20 years. You know that in the hood. We know that in the fucking hood. That's like hood law. Police want to put you in jail, they can put you in jail. The feds can put you in jail at any time. So now you're going to tell me a bunch of motherfuckers with a convicted sex trafficker, him and his co-conspirator, this lady, who they put up in a goddamn luxury hotel, prison, they committed a crime. They went to jail for a crime. Okay, so if you traffic little girls for sex, who the fuck did the little girls mess around with? Shouldn't they go to jail for messing with underage girls? I mean, MAGA, what the fuck? Y'all caping for that? Help me understand this. You dig that deep into supporting your candidate. You dig that deep into supporting your candidate that it's okay. It's okay until it's your daughter. It's okay until it's your daughter. It's okay until your farm crops don't have nobody out there to harvest. the crops and you're losing money. It's okay when you're losing money. It's okay when it's your child. This some amazing shit. Some look at this fucking Van Bundy. Here we go again.
I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop the limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing.
That, of all the testimony I heard, was the wildest shit. The limo driver was listening to all this. The limo driver listening to all this to the point where he wanted to get back there and fight somebody. The lady blew her head off. The cops then reported that this is not a suicide. It's a lot of fucking suicides. It's a lot of suicides going on with this shit. It's a lot of fucking suicides. Epstein suicide, the lady's suicide, one motherfucker in jail in Taj Mahal locked with a little dog. Bring me my little dog. That right there, exchange, of all the exchanges that went on with all the other shit, is the worst of them all. The mere fact that they did not even interview this guy, this limo driver called the FBI, told them what he heard, is in the files, and they didn't even interview this dude. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, goddamn. I can't imagine something like that going on. I cannot, bro, this shit is deeper than rap. I'm gonna tell you this. This thing here is deeper than rap. Cover up. I don't know. A cover up is you cover some shit up and then it uncover. This shit here, this shit deeper than rap. I'm here to tell you. I don't know. Hey, motherfuckers ain't, look. This shit is deeper than rap. I can't make this shit up. I really can't make it up. But, I mean, hey, look. Y'all vote for it. The limo driver is in the documents. You ask who the limo, he's in the documents. He asked to be interviewed. They didn't even call this motherfucker to interview him. It's like Willie Lump Lump had 12 keys in the back of the car, and somebody called up and said, man, Willie Lump Lump got 12 keys in the back of the car. They say, fuck it, we ain't even talking to Willie Lump Lump. What? I got sad. When you live in the hood and come from the hood like I do, you know a lot of friends who went to jail for conspiracy, who they ain't had no gun, they ain't had no drugs, but just the mere fact that they know that they sell something or they're in the game doing something, they seize their property, seize the money out the bank, take all of everybody. They just take all the shit, and they don't have nothing. They just say conspiracy and put you in jail. But all these, you got 2 people that went to jail for a crime of sex trafficking, and there's nowhere the people who they sex traffic to. This shit deeper than rap. Motherfuckers is losing their life off this shit right here. I can't make this up. But I'm going to move right along, ladies and gentlemen. We got to move right along. I got some very special guests in the queue down there, which I have a beautiful lady down there. I like having beautiful ladies on the show. Well, I only really have one beautiful lady on the show. And I'm happy that she showed up today, because there's some sports shit that we got to talk about and a little more politics. But I want to introduce you all, ladies and gentlemen. D Love Sports. D Love Sports. Let me tell you about it. You go to the best place, in my opinion, her best content is on TikTok. She gets real charismatic and real dramatic, talking about certain things, and it's like poetry in motion. So you can find her on TikTok. You can find D Love Sports on Instagram. You can find her on Twitter. She got the Sports and Coffee back going on again. And I know all of y'all love her because y'all keep asking me, where is D? Where is D? Like y'all in a love affair with D. Y'all in a love affair with her. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is the one and only D Love Sports. Hello, D.
What kind of intro? I love it. Hi. You always find a way to make it unique, and I appreciate you. How are you? It's been a minute. How y'all doing?
I'm great. I have to be creative. I mean, a person like you, I got to introduce you in the proper way.
I appreciate it. And I'm mobile today. I wish I could stream this to my audience because I got some important things to talk about today. We got to get down to the bottom of some things. I got some venting to do. Y'all might not have seen me like this today. I'm a little riled up.
I see you. You look like you're riled. You look like you're ready to go. Shit.
I'm ready.
I'm glad you have
my notes and everything. I'm ready to go.
You got the notes and everything? I'll just sit my ass back and let you take over the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome D Love Sports to the show. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Pleasure
to be here.
Which one? I know you got a lot of things. I mean, sports is out of control. I mean, from Bad Bunny to goddamn your man. But I want to start right here. Let me start right here, because I know you're gonna blast off like a motherfucker. I'm gonna start right here, because I let the best for last. No, we'll go right here.
Mike too, since he's retired. Give me an example. Who y'all talking about? Y'all talking about James?
I mean, James has been vocal, as has Ben. Both have been vocal.
They tell the version of the story in Pittsburgh that they want to tell. And I told him, I said, how can you say he's not a great coach? Well, everything that happened good to you in football was under his watch. Your Debo name, when I played with you was James Harris. Under Mike, 3 or 4 Pro Bowls, Defensive Player of the Year, played in 2 championships, paid you over 50-something million. You think the head coach didn't have his hand in making that player? Damn, why would you take a shot at the guy who changed your life? Because Coward didn't change your life. Coward cut you 3 times. I didn't agree with none of it because I just feel like you took a shot at Mike. And in this space, Mike ain't gonna defend himself in this space. Well, he broke the brotherhood. Then 7 definitely broke the brotherhood because the shit that 7 did that we don't talk about is crazy. Out of anybody should talk, he should never grab a microphone and really talk Steeler business. Because if we talking Steeler business, his ass is foul of all foul. Like the shit that he's did is foul of all foul. He's not a good teammate. Won a Super Bowl with him, but the person, he's just not a good teammate.
Damn. I know, look, ladies and gentlemen, D is an expert on Pittsburgh Steelers. Mm-hmm. She saw the shit coming a mile away 2 years ago. I'm like, no, they're never going to get rid of Mike Tomlin. D like, no, they fucking with Mike. and she called out the messy shit that fucking Seven was doing, Ben Rothenberg before it happened. And look, we have a Pittsburgh Steelers expert. I'm just like lost for words because Mike T, Mike T, that's my guy. I fuck with Mike T.
So do I.
I'm just let you go. You the expert. You just take off.
Listen,
Blast off. I'm sitting there chilling.
Shout out to Joey Porter. I actually was in that space watching him work behind the scenes. So I've seen Joey on the set with Cam. When I speak to Joey all the time. Joey is a real one, as some people, a politically correct way to say he is a real one. So I actually saw James. I will refer to him as James. And Deba, I'm sorry, I don't refer to him as that. James and Joe Hayden, love Joe Hayden. He is one that I also enjoy. That was part of Steelers culture, but Joey Porter, why would he lie? One, because I know people were like, "Oh, he's lying." Why? Why would he lie? And what did he lie about? And if you're telling me he cannot state almost the same thing that James is stating, you have a personal experience with someone that makes you feel like that he's not a good coach. That's what James Harrison ultimately said. You don't think he's a good coach because of how he treated you, and then you blamed it on something about a coaching tree. Let's not even go there, right? But he's telling you wouldn't be who you are if it wasn't for that coach, because the coach before him didn't care about you. He said you were James Harrison when I met you. You became that nickname after this coach got there and made you and paid you what you were worth and valued. Okay. So what is James lying? I mean, what is Joey lying about? I don't know. Like, people were saying his experience with Ben and what he knows about Ben. In his mind, it makes him foul. If you have a relationship with Ben and you think he is the best thing since sliced bread, then that is your relationship with Ben. Just like James is saying he don't think Tomlin is all of that. That's because he didn't have the best relationship with Tomlin, and for whatever reason. So I'm not knocking Joey for what he said, because he's in the locker room, and if there are things that he's witnessed from Ben that makes him not a good teammate, so be it. I've heard stories. I'm not here to regurgitate something else that I've heard because I didn't witness it myself. But if he's telling you I've witnessed things in the locker room that makes somebody a bad teammate, then that's his experience.
So let me ask you: when Ben Rothenberg had the issue with the little girl, allegedly he had issue with the little girl, who was the head coach then?
That was Tomlin, right?
That was Tomlin.
Was that under Tomlin? Yeah, that was Tomlin.
That was under Tomlin. So
Yeah.
Tomlin could have threw his ass up under the bus at that moment.
They could have got, and there was rumors after the fact that they were going to trade him. He ain't never go nowhere. Bottom line, he was still there and he got paid.
Exactly. So Tomlin did all this, but Tomlin did all this for all these people, including Ben. Tomlin has to make the hard decision. Isn't this the same guy who got paralyzed, and the same guy who talking all this shit who got paralyzed on the field, and Mike allowed him in some capacity to come back?
No, you're talking about Ryan Shazier? Ryan Shazier was the one that got paralyzed, and I'm just gonna let it straight. Ryan Shazier was the
Shazier. I mentioned Shazier because, and I'm glad it's not him. Shazier. I'm mentioning Shazier because it shows what type of heart this man has. That he would still allow this young man to come be a part of the organization, be a part of the team after he got severely injured. That's who Mike Tomlin is.
Yeah. And Ryan even came out and said that he held linebacker meetings at his bedside when this man could not walk. So, that goes beyond, what you said. So this is, if you're telling me he's not a good coach, but obviously he's a good person, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm trying. You know, my question is: have you ever heard anybody shit on a white coach like this? After he's retired?
I do it to Sean Payton.
No, yeah, but players.
As a player,
I don't recall a bunch of players, black players, coming out shitting on a black coach. I don't recall. I really shitting on any coach. I really have never heard or seen this. All of a sudden, all these people coming out against Mike Tomlin like that, and he's a good man. I mean, the man is gone. He's retired. He's out there with his kids. So the guy, just like you said, the guy who put all this money in your pocket, the guy who could have cut your ass, the guy who developed your ass. I thought I heard that this guy who running his mouth got cut 3 times.
Coward cut. According to Joe, Coward said he cut him 3 times. Coward cut James Harrison 3 times.
Coward cuts James Harrison 3 times, and Mike Tomlin don't. It's the bottom line. Niggas ain't shit. I can't.
It's just a little bit of ungratefulness going on for me.
It's just ungrateful, and niggas ain't shit.
And emotional, like you emotional. Like he did something, he hurt your feelings. Therefore, you are not in a place where you could say he's the greatest because your feelings are hurt. And maybe Ben felt the same way. He hurt your feelings at some point where you feel like you can't say he's a good or great coach. Your feelings got hurt because there are plenty of people on that team that don't feel at some capacity that Ben was amazing or an amazing teammate. And their experience, that's their opinion.
Speaking of feelings hurt, let me bring in Streeter right here. Hello, Streeter. Welcome to the show. Oh, I got to give you the big intro. I'm sorry, I got to give you a big intro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome the Footballville, the greatest of all time, Streeter, on the show. I don't know what happened to D. I think she got she was having some technical difficulties. She'll be back, but Footballville is on YouTube. Footballville is on Instagram. Footballville is on X, and they have all the best content. You can go back and look in the archives and see a little everybody. You can see the top players. I don't give a damn who it is. Dalvin Cook, Mari Cooper, you name it. Jeremiah Smith. You go see them all on Footballville in the archives and see them guys when they were little kids and everything. And for all you haters, he is the number one sports guy here in South Florida. So don't be mad. It is what it is. Give him a round of applause, people. That's what it is. We're gonna get deep.
I am make the Hurricane great again, man. But I heard you going so hard on MAGA, man. I felt weird, man. So I had to switch out for you.
That's the Hurricane. You can put your MAGA hat on.
Make the cane great again, but I had to switch out, man. You was going real hard on MAGA, man.
But let me ask you. We were just talking about Mike Tomlin and James Harris gets out here talking all this wild shit about Mike Tomlin, and Joy Porter comes to the defense. And my question to D, when she was on here, and I know she was getting some technical difficulty, have you ever heard of former players coming out fresh right after a coach retired in this manner? It's only niggas doing this to niggas, right or wrong. Bottom line, that's just what we do. That's what we do. We won't do that to a fucking white coach. We won't do that. No, we ain't gonna do that to no. And there have been a lot of guys who got cut. There have been a lot of guys who have been cut by many coaches. Obviously, there's only 2% black coaches, so your ass been cut by white general managers and white presidents and all that shit. But then nobody comes out and talks shit about them because they say, you know what? It's business. It is business. But all of a sudden, you got all these motherfuckers, Ben Rothenberg, and then you got this Harrison. All these dudes want to jump out there and talk shit about Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's a good dude. He's a fucking good dude. And have you ever heard anybody, Streeter, that went off on a coach like that?
It doesn't happen often. It almost seems like, man, sometimes as blacks we hold each other. The expectations of each other, man, are off the fucking chart, bro. Sure. Like it seems like you can't do enough for people sometimes. Like you could, and I've experienced it. I've experienced it even with being Footballville. You thought you was doing good for your community. You out there, you recording kids, you making them happy, and then you realize that you couldn't record enough kids. Shady McCoy went after the OC that just got fired from the Raiders, right? That was the first time I kind of heard that. And then when your boy Asante Samuel kind of went after Bill Belichick. It doesn't happen often, though. We've had all white coaches for the last 40 years. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen often. And Mike Tomlin is if you go watch the interview of him on the Pivot, Mike Tomlin, it should change. Like anything you thought about him, it should change your whole mind on who he is as a man, his philosophies, and things that he believes.
The first episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you.
D, when did this shit start? Because I remember you talking about it on your show, Sports and Coffee, that there was some Ben Rothenberg was saying some little slick shit. So I mean,
once Ben started doing his podcast,
you've been following them for the longest. You to the point where you saw the bullshit happening, and you've been still a fan. You travel with the team. You go all over the place until this year. You say, "Fuck that! I don't like how they doing Mike Tomlin." So you saw it happening, and you jumped off the bandwagon. I ain't never seen a person jump off the team that they love, that they travel with all over the country like that. I mean, when the fuck did this start?
So, first of all, can you hear me? And I feel like I had to put my glasses on. How's my sound?
Yeah,
good.
Okay. You put your glasses on because you can't see. You know, D.
No, I felt out of it. I wanted to be included. So when Ben first retired and started doing his podcast, that's when he started to being vocal about what was going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers, giving his offensive takes and advice. And then you slowly start to see when he didn't agree with what Mike Tomlin was doing, or when, he thought things were stale and so on and so forth. So he had a platform to speak his opinion, but Ben Roethlisberger, there were talks about him when they picked up Mason Rudolph. I think Ben Roethlisberger is the reason why the Steelers haven't been able to be successful, because he would allegedly throw a fit if they tried to go after another quarterback. They threw a fit when he threw a fit about Mason Rudolph. He loved Josh Dobbs. Now, he had a great relationship with Josh Dobbs, but him and Mason Rudolph, that's why you see Mason Rudolph in them Joey Porter comments like, preach. Because he was not a great teammate to certain players for whatever reason. And that's the truth. Like, Marquise Pouncey could be mad about it. Zach Banner can be mad about it, but that's their experience with Ben. I'm sorry. Like, if they didn't have a great relationship, that's what it is. But I think once Ben got his podcast and was able to vocalize, things about Mike Tomlin that, didn't align with everybody. Everybody don't fall in love with Mike Tomlin for whatever reason. I'm sorry. Sometimes I feel like he's too real, and people can't relate. People cannot relate to being real because they're not real themselves.
Hey,
in my mind.
Now, again, I got people in the chat. People in the chat saying, guys, they talk shit about Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's up and down the chat about people, and we encourage people to jump in the chat, because if you heard anything of this level and of this magnitude after a coach has retired, put it in the chat. That's some good shit. But I'm just what just what in this climate of football, and football has always been a game where you get cut. Football is a game where you lose your job to another person. Football has always been a game where it's real sensitive, where a guy gets paralyzed and you're still welcome back to the team. Football is a game where you can do great and move to another team and they'll welcome you back, like the Indianapolis Colts welcome Edgerrin James back. It's just a sport. I mean, Warren Sapp, he finished his career somewhere else. He's in the Ring of Honor at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's a giving game. Some guys, like you say, you normally hear guys back in the days. You would hear guys get salty at college coaches, put them out there, get the team put on suspension or whatever it may be. But you're talking about motherfuckers who this coach signed off on giving you millions and millions of dollars to feed your family after you fucking got cut, and you running out there saying slick shit about him. That's just some bullshit.
Antonio Brown never became a bad person until he left Pittsburgh.
Well, I won't say that. Let's not go that far.
But
I'm not saying. What I'm saying, you may not be aware. You may not be aware of his antics. They may not have been highlighted.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I believe you are who you are. I believe you are who you are.
The Antonio Brown went to my high school. Exactly. You said exactly what I'm saying. None of his stuff became public. He didn't become a public.
You say he became a bad person after. I said I think you are who you are.
No, he's basically saying that Mike Tomlin covered up all the bullshit.
That's it.
I don't
think he did it for.
I think he
because he understood the player and he was doing him a favor by not throwing him out there. This is the type of dude Mike Tomlin is. A good
He can relate.
guy.
He can adjust. That's the thing. You can adjust. He is definitely somebody that is a chameleon. He can adjust to the individual. He can talk to you based on what you need. You know how they have the love languages? That's what he does. He knows your love language and he can talk to you in your love language as a coach to a player. That is unique. There is coaching and there's great leaders and there's great coaches and very rarely do you have a great leader and a great coach. That is rare. People don't understand the difference between good leadership and good coaching because the two often don't meet.
I'm trying to figure out when Ben Wattenberg, got upset. Look, let's take Ben Wattenberg. Dan Marino, Jimmy Johnson. No, was it Jimmy Johnson or Nick Saban? Which one told Dan Marino he got to lay it down?
Nick Saban, right?
Nick Saban. I thought it was Saban. I don't know.
Woo, that's a good one.
I don't want to be wrong.
Everybody in the chat. Which one?
Jimmy Johnson. I think it had to be Jimmy Johnson.
In the chat, y'all help me out in the chat because they might. I got these experts on here, and I ask them a question.
So that's beyond my age group. That's my age group. That's not about my age group.
So
had to be Jimmy Johnson.
Same situation.
Nick Saban was with Jason Taylor. That was way later, I think.
Okay, so Jimmy Johnson. So Jimmy Johnson comes, I think it was Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson comes in and, hey, Marino, you ain't got it no more. You need to lay the shit down. Do you think Dan Marino ran out there and started talking shit about Jimmy Johnson? No. At some point, you're going to have to lay it down. Matt Ryan had to lay it down. Matt Ryan got traded to Indianapolis Colts. You think Matt Ryan went back there and went off on his coach? It's just people with class and it's people with no class. And I think Ben Roethlisberger ain't got no fucking class for going out to Mike Tomlin.
You give people a mic and a platform and they want views and they want attention. They say things.
Speaking of
these are the things that Ben said it on his podcast. This is what if he was at home with no audience, you think he would say these things? No.
That's crazy. Speaking of saying things, I got another topic for both of y'all. Here we go.
Open head coaching spots, and the final two have been reportedly filled with the Las Vegas Raiders planning to hire Clint Kubiak and the Arizona Cardinals planning to hire Mike LaFleur. And so that means on this first day of Black History Month, it is confirmed that there will be 0 black head coaches hired in this cycle, 10 openings, the most in the history of the NFL in a single season. That leaves 3 active black head coaches, D'Amico Ryans, Todd Bowles, and Aaron Glenn. Of 10.
So what do y'all have to say about that?
I'll let Streeter go.
10 jobs available. The more jobs in the history of the NFL, and no black coach gets hired.
You know who that she is? She's always talking about issues like that. You follow her?
I don't.
Yeah, she's always talking about issues like that.
I've never seen her till today.
Look, it's 2026, and we're still talking about black coaches in a league that's dominated by black guys getting a chance to be a head coach. It's almost kind of like taboo to talk about, like, bro, it makes no sense. Like, I'm at the point in my life, man, I don't know, maybe I'm just old. Anytime I hear this black shit, first black referee, first black, bro, it is 2026, bro. And when we're still trying to figure out how to get a fair shot at some shit that we've proven that we can do over and over, time and time again.
I mean, the NFL, didn't the NFL hire Jay-Z to take on these type of issues, or did they just hire him for entertainment?
I think it's entertainment.
He's the halftime show.
Okay, so let's just put him on the halftime show only, because I love Jay-Z. That's my dog. They just can't get out of their own way. You know, these teams and these owners and these presidents and these general managers just can't get out of their own fucking way. I mean, to you telling me that you can't find a black candidate to take over a head coaching job. You can't even leak out there that you want Friedman. You can't even go after our guy in Virginia who's at Penn State. You know what I'm saying? I mean, real reputable coaches who have the capabilities of coming in and demanding respect. But you'll go get a Mike McDaniels, who I said on the radio show here when he first walked in, that is not a leader of men. Because you got to, this football is a gladiator sport. I don't give a damn how much hitting they take out of it. You got to be able to go in that room and talk to them men and tell them men, run through a fucking wall for me. And if you can't do that, they will not run through a wall for you. And so that is why when you lose to people like Mike Tomlin, and then at the same time not being able to get fucking a black coach out of 10, really? Really? Is that what we at?
They're going to be calling them. They're going to be calling them because they'll be like, look, I got this player. I need your help. I don't know how to relate to him. I don't know how to get him to calm down. I don't know how to get him to show up. I don't know how to get him to give me his all. Help me. They're going to be calling. They're going to be able to relate to the black kids in the room.
I mean,
am I lying? Am I lying?
No, you're not lying. You're not lying at all. Because again,
and I got something else to add.
Go ahead. I
need you to, because we talk about these black coaches, these men that didn't get black coaches out. But did you talk about Roman Oven that got the job as the commissioner of football for the SEC? Did y'all talk about that?
Assistant.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing assistant. He's not an assistant. There's a commissioner of the SEC. No. We're not doing that, and we're not laughing about it either. We're not gonna laugh about it either. No. We're not doing that.
We're
not doing that.
I wish you was on your platform because you can zap that right up there. Hey,
what y'all looking?
He is the associate commissioner of football. There's no assistant in that. There is the commissioner of the SEC. There is the deputy commissioner of the SEC, and there is the associate commissioner of football. And then there's associate commissioner of men's basketball. Everybody don't have a commissioner of their alleged sport. So
Okay.
we're gonna
Okay.
downgrade it. Why we doing that?
No,
Why are we doing that?
I
Don't
want
do
him,
that.
I want him
Don't.
to have. I want him to have all the bells and whistles, but
He does.
I want him to really have all the bells and whistles. Don't give me don't slide. Because you know how they do. They'll slide in, to try and make the shit look good. So I like you to be at the top of the food chain. So let me ask you, because I heard you said that there. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said that is there or is there not a commissioner in the SEC, a commissioner of football, commissioner of basketball, commissioner of baseball, and then there's the commissioner? Is that how that works?
Yes, there are commissioners for certain. Not every sport in the SEC has a commissioner. Associate. That's what the commissioner of the actual sport is, the associate commissioner. So I know people are getting stuck on the word associate, but you are the commissioner of that particular sport. There is a commissioner of the entire SEC that is in charge of all of everything, encompasses, that's the umbrella, right? On top of the umbrella. And there's a COO, which is like the deputy. And then there are commissioners, associate commissioners for individual sports. So we're not going to downplay it like it's just some lowball position, because it's not.
No, it's not.
Because people tell me the SEC is this great worldly thing in college football, and you have a commissioner that's going to sit in front of all of these coaches and talk about policy for the entire and represent the SEC.
Oh, what happened to D?
D, what happened to you? You froze.
She was on fire.
Yeah, sorry. When I start making sense, they don't want me to talk.
No, you in the black. You froze.
She was on fire.
Come out of the black. Get back. Get on Wi-Fi in that hotel. Where's D? She was cooking. So, did you look up the commissioner? D. Oh, there you go.
D had all the information.
That's on Wi-Fi.
I'm back.
You back. Get on Wi-Fi.
I don't know the code here. The guy just asked me as soon as he said, "You good?" I was like, "I'm good," and then it went out. So I'm not good.
Okay.
So I was on a roll. I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about this because
you were saying you were explaining that there's a commissioner he's the commissioner of football. So my question to you, and you said he'll be sitting there before all these coaches and as the commissioner of the SEC football. So now my question to you, because I think the SEC is the most racist league of all leagues. They got all these hillbillies in that league. They got the Hedges. They probably
they also have a black woman as an associate commissioner for women. For women, I forget the exact title, but she's also associate commissioner. So look, I did a little bit of research because I was curious. So the Tiffany Daniels, you can't even find a lot on her, but she is associate commissioner within the SEC. And now you have Roman Oben, and I'm highly bothered because we sit up here and we have these conversations about Black coaches not getting jobs, and we have people online that say, "Oh, when a Black coach messes up, it sets everybody back." But we also don't sit up here and celebrate when moments like this happen because we don't find it significant enough to celebrate. But if this Black man happens to mess up, it's entertaining enough to talk about how he failed. But what we need to do is celebrate how he can help other people get in positions to be successful. But we don't think it's entertaining enough. It's not on ESPN. I searched it this morning. It's not on there.
They ain't saying
but if I search that Black man got fired, it's gonna be on there. But if that Black man getting hired, it's not on there. And y'all should have a problem with it because y'all so pro-Black. Y'all should have a problem with it.
Yeah. Let me ask you: under his leadership, you think they're gonna hire more Black coaches in the SEC? Because I don't think they have one, and I don't recall them having one for a very long time.
Well, they hired a Black man to be the commissioner.
Yeah, we gotta celebrate that. That's a start.
We do, and we're not. And a lot of people are not celebrating it. And it's February.
Did he do a press conference and like outline
the press release came out yesterday? He didn't do a press conference. He's still working his NFL job right now. And and I think it's the job of the media to do what they're supposed to do. But it's not entertaining enough. It's no scandal, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the world.
And that's unfortunate. So I'm gonna do my part.
That's the world, and you're doing an excellent job. That's the world we came in. Hey, Streeter, this is something that I know you're really interested in right here. Trinidad, 6 years. Oh, Miss baby, Trinidad. Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. Trinidad. Hey,
I got to interview Trinidad, man. I got to interview Trinidad before they play Miami. Luke, he over 4,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? I think 30 touchdowns or something like that. But the day they asked him about the end of the game versus Miami, was that a pass interference? And he said, yeah, he thought it was a pass interference. I'm not sure why they asked him that in the middle of the goddamn in the middle of his trial, but I'm happy he came back. I think the story is what the transfer portal, one of these good transfer portal stories. The kid could play. The accuracy that he showed me that night and the fight that he showed me that night. The kid can play, and for him to come from the level he was and put on in the SEC like that, I think if somebody deserves another chance, bro, he deserves another chance.
Let me ask you, with a guy putting on like he did in the great year that he had, and he 4,000 yards, and let's be real, he wasn't the original starter at the beginning of the year.
No,
it was Austin Simmons.
Right.
So this guy put up 4,000 yards, probably missing how many, 1, 2, or 3 games? Because Austin was the original starter at the beginning.
He missed many. He missed maybe 2. That Austin Simmons got hurt early.
Yeah,
maybe
Austin
2.
gets hurt early. So he misses 2 games and still put up 4,000 yards.
Went crazy.
And went bananas. Why? And I spoke to him. I spoke to him at the Adidas party down here for the national championship game. Had a nice conversation with him. Me and Dave, Austin dad, he introduced me to him. Shouts out to Dave. But I'm thinking, with not that many quarterbacks coming out this year, the quarterback pool is horrible. Why wouldn't he go into the draft this year? Why would he go back?
Probably the information that he got. I mean, they didn't invite him into the combine, right?
Really?
No.
After putting up 4,000 yards, I mean, Mendoza only put up 2,000 yards.
No, I know. He didn't even get invited to the combine. Probably the information that they were hearing. It's kind of weird too, because also Oregon quarterback you would have thought would have jumped to the draft. But I think
so. He's not coming back. I thought he was coming back. He's not coming back.
He is coming back. That's what I'm saying. I thought he would have left.
You thought he would have left?
Why stick around? Yeah. It's a weak draft. Why stick around? What was the reason for sticking around? But Luke, I think
because next year is going to be loaded.
I think it's the money. I think the money is slowing the thought process of going to the next level down for a lot of people. If people don't realize, these kids are getting like big time money. I was with a kid one day 2-3 years ago, and he had to write down how much he was getting paid a month, and it was $30,000 a month. And the lady made a mistake. We were going to buy a car. The lady made a mistake and said $3,000. $3,000. We got to the end. She was like, "Okay, who's going to help him?" Nobody's going to help him. Nothing. He said $30,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So D, does this stifle the growth of the NFL when these guys are staying in school and trying to stay in school, trying to get another year because you're going to get $10 million a year? You got a motherfucker at Miami just got $10 million. And I'm pretty sure Ole Miss gave him a boatload of money. to be there. Mark Cuban told Mendoza, "I'll give you $39 million to stay." I mean, what's the point of going to the NFL now?
I mean, I think it forces the NFL to be strategic, and I think it forces the NFL to do the thing that they don't want to do, have some patience, because these coaches have maybe one to two, let's say a 2.5 year term as a new coach to make something happen. I think you grow patience when the cream of the crop ain't there in the draft. So
but
I think it's going to
the other part of it, when you look at the economics of it, the NFL, they all go into the meeting over there in fucking Boca every year.
Yeah, in Florida.
Come up with a number of what they're gonna pay. And if you look at the NFL, every draft year it only goes up 10%. If you're drafted number 122 last year, you're gonna get 10% more of number 122 this year. You feel me? And so the same thing goes on as the first pick in the draft. He's going to go get maybe 10 or 20% more than what he got the year before. You know what I'm saying? Yes, quarterbacks pay is guaranteed versus everybody else. So when you look at the economics of it all, that's where the NFL is going to have to make a change, because they're now competing against another professional sports, and that's called college football. I don't think they grasp that part of this shit, because you're
that's why I'm speaking. That's why I mean that goes into like the patience thing, right? Because you have to showcase yourself in a way where you're not making drastic decisions all the time, every year. This turnaround, this guy's getting released, and you have to show like, hey, we're a good place. We're not a toxic environment. Don't you want to come here and play? Like you're almost like sitting on people's couches again, right? Like if you're one of those bottom teams like the Jets or somebody, you have to find a way to be enticing to the top quarterback.
Yeah, Streeter, let me ask you, if you know Fernando Mendoza, you interviewed him when he was a fucking kid at the University of Miami camp. I mean, why in the fuck would he turn down $39 million to come back to go to the fucking Raiders with no offensive line, who you just saw Gino the Bambino get murdered every week? So you're going to go over there and get your ass murdered because you don't have an offensive line just to play in the NFL and lose money, actually lose money in this case.
Mendoza?
Yeah.
Mendoza. I think sometimes it's just a dream, bro. I mean, he has a mom that's sick, right? Like, I think sometimes it's just the dream of going to the next level. His mom is sick. I don't know her health and how long, you know what I'm saying, or what's going on there. But it's probably just a dream of going to the next level.
So, look, the dream of going to the next level with no offensive line, and you the quarterback, and you got a bunch of wild guys running after you. That's crazy.
Can you avoid that though?
Mendoza is polished enough to make some money. He gonna make some money elsewhere.
You can't avoid getting drafted to the worst team, right? Cam Ward, Tennessee Titans. They tried to lose every game this year. Like, can you avoid it?
Listen, I'm gonna take that Mark Cuban money. I'm gonna say, Mark Cuban, all them companies that you buying off that show, the Shark Tank. Make sure you cut me in on some of them deals that you cut over there. We're gonna do another year, $39 million. I'm gonna put that in the bank. I'm gonna come out in the draft next year. You got, man, come on, man. Shit. Well, speaking of controversy, here we go.
Uh-oh. I knew it was gonna be some mess.
Slow that bitch down. Slow that shit down. I swear to God, all them girls in LA got no ass whatsoever.
Man, that was random as hell.
So tell me, I mean, why? Here we in a country that a large percentage is Spanish, Espanol. A large percentage of people in the United States of America speak Spanish. Here in Florida, I don't know if it's the same everywhere else. You have to, in order to get into a public university in the state of Florida, a high school student has to take a Spanish class and pass the motherfucker in the state of Florida. But mind you, the governor now just the other day said, oh, no more Spanish tests on the driver's test. You're going to have to do it all in English, and you can't even have an interpreter. I just don't want to understand that part of it, the contradiction of it all, but that's a whole nother movie. Puerto Rico is a part of the United States, last time I checked, and all these motherfuckers got a problem with Bad Bunny doing a concert in Spanish. I mean, what's the problem here, in y'all opinion?
I'll speak on it. Look, I actually I ran into a man yesterday. He was like, I don't like no Bad Bunny. I was like, you don't like Bad Bunny? He was like, nah. I was like, man, I don't care what he's saying. I was like, I never knew what Selena was talking about, but I was beady bum my behind off. I was on my floor. Don't know what it means, but I was singing the words to Selena and repping her like I knew her when she died. Didn't know her. Didn't know a thing. And so I played a song and I was like, I don't care what he's saying. These beats are fire. The music is fire. It's a vibe. You know, we're dancing to it. Played a song. He was like, oh, this beat. He's like, oh, this Bad Bunny. Oh, yeah, I like this. Did you know it was Spanish, sir? Like he was not complaining when I was playing the song. Didn't even realize it was Bad Bunny. The music is good. So I feel like we got attached to the thought of something that separates us. You've hung on to it, and you can't even enjoy a good beat because that Monaco beat is fire. I don't care I didn't even know it was in Spanish at one point. That the hoo like you know what? That is fire.
Streeter, yeah, I mean, what's the problem, Streeter? I mean, you look like a guy. I mean, you've been living in Miami.
He looked like he bothered, right?
You live in Miami all your fucking life, Streeter.
Anything that give me Cardi B close up, I'm good with it, bro. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Anything.
Well, Cardi B on tour right now, so you can go.
She is.
Hey,
listen, and she looks good.
Usher asked you to come on stage, nigga. If Cardi B asks you to come on stage, motherfucker, I'm carrying the crates. God damn it. I'm coming with you, man.
If she's single right now, I might ride up behind her when she go to bend down like that.
He ain't doing none of that. Don't lie. Don't get up here and lie.
Come on,
hey,
you single. I'm
free Bad Bunny back again. If he gonna give me Cardi, all right, he can sing in Spanish all he wants to. Listen, man, all of LA, all of California is Spanish. This shit is called Los Angeles. Like, what? I don't know what the big deal was. Y'all only happy when they working for you and shit? When they taking your goddamn shit to your car at Home Depot? That's the only time y'all want to respect Spanish people? Like
the grapes in your wine is picked by people that speak Spanish. So I don't want to hear it. I don't care.
Yeah, it didn't bother me at all. And plus, man, my brother spotted Cardi B in the crowd at real time. He was like, man, hey, it's Cardi. He spotted her in the thing dancing. I had to rewind. I had to go check Twitter. Was that Cardi B? But yeah, bro.
Cardi was everywhere Super Bowl. She was everywhere. She was outside.
Cardi,
yeah, if you're going to give me Cardi B, I'm
right after this shit. Cardi said she left right after this motherfucker's halftime because her man had the baby mama over there. That's a whole nother story.
Cardi was getting a check Super Bowl. I seen her twice.
I got a controversial question for y'all, bro. Let me see. I'm trying to bring this up. Hold on. Let me see if I got the right.
With Cardi? Cardi, I love Cardi. There's nothing controversial with Cardi.
No. Parker Kingston, BYU wide receiver, was charged with rape yesterday. They investigated. It happened in 2025. They was investigating him the whole entire season, and then eventually he got.
Sure didn't hear about this.
He proposed to his girlfriend 4 days ago or something like that, and then the police brought charges up on felony rape, no bail.
I heard about that black man. Not.
I got a question for y'all though. I got a question.
Why you got my picture on here?
Cause this the thumbnail.
Now you looking guilty.
Hey,
hold on, here we go. Boom.
You got a picture like I'm the motherfucking lawyer or something.
So I got a question for y'all though. When these guys are accused of crimes like this, do you accuse? He's been charged. This is different. When these guys are accused of crimes like this, and in the comment section, y'all can let me know y'all answer. Do you think they should be suspended and kicked off the team right away before anything happens? Think about what I'm asking now.
You're innocent until proven guilty if you're a certain person. If you don't get in trouble on the team, you're a nice guy. You're innocent until proven guilty. And you cover University of Miami football. Mm-hmm. There's been some people that allegedly got in trouble, and until the police came in there and got them, they were still on the team.
Right. But when it's rape, when it's something like this, they kick you off. You know what I'm saying? You get suspended, kicked off the team. A lot of times we don't never see them people again.
This is BYU. So if there's any school that's gonna kick somebody, it should be BYU. Okay, this is BYU. If you don't know what that means, look it up. So I don't need to say nothing else.
Boys University.
No, because look, it's
hold on.
Somebody that was once trying to create an insurance was saying that was wrong. Like when these guys, because the person had been accused in college, falsely accused.
Miami is a different story. BYU, this should be a no-brainer. That's all I'm saying.
They gonna get him code wise. They gonna get him. He ain't supposed to be hanky-panky.
He's supposed to be in the Bible. He is supposed to be in the Bible. He is not supposed to be in vaginas. Okay, that's all.
I thought at BYU you can't have a girlfriend. Ain't that the school where if you
what did I just say? I just said he's supposed to be in the Bible. He ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So how does he get married? Well, he got married after.
Well, he proposed 4 days ago. Then they brought up charges from another young lady from a year ago.
So okay, now let me put my conspiracy theorist hat on, and I'm just gonna say, I think so. You know how it is. D gonna kill me for this one, but
I know. That's why I'm over here like, God dang. Wow. Go ahead.
Damn, you falling on the fucking dog. Okay. So let's set the stage. This happened a long time ago. He proposed now. All of a sudden,
what's a long time ago? The boy is 12. What's a long time ago?
When did it happen, Freedom?
Yeah, but a year ago.
A year ago is not a long time ago.
Okay, a year ago. That's even worse. A year ago, he gets charged, right? Or questioned, because obviously he wasn't charged.
Right.
He gets questioned. Now, before y'all go off the hinges, I'm gonna add a little more to it. So
you know I'm on edge already.
He gets questioned for allegedly raping or doing something to this one other girl. This goes on for a year. He gets charged now after he proposed to his girlfriend. So is it I didn't want to press charges for a year and he didn't propose to this new girl and now I'm mad, I'm salty? I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. We've seen those kind of things happen before because we're gonna have to let it all play out because I've seen these things before where Police go to the girl. The girl said, this motherfucker did this to me right here. And then he said, well, you want to press charges? The police say, you want to press charges? And then the girl says, said, we can't do nothing to him unless you say he did this. And 99% of the time, the girl is right. 99% of the time, the guy goes to jail. Domestic violence, rape, or whatever. 99% of the time, the guy goes to jail. They sort that shit out in court. So they go a whole year. And I'm pretty sure as soon as this motherfucker said, oh, I'm getting married. Oh, hell no, you ain't finna do that. Boom, police, I'm ready to fucking go and get it. I'm just saying. Now, I'll let y'all go. Y'all can.
No, I mean,
I don't know the story. So I don't know the story. I ain't even seen the story. So if there was an investigation, I don't know however long the investigation took. If the incident happened in no, that's not. No. How do you know the investigation took a year? How do you know?
That's what they're saying. They're saying that they knew about it and it was being investigated.
You're saying they had a situation in 2025, and in February of 2026, he's been charged.
That's what they're saying. But I think it's more of what Luke's saying. I think it's more of what Luke. I think it's closer to what Luke's saying, because BYU knew nothing about it until charges was filed, and I think it's closer to what Luke.
So they was investigating and nobody knew nothing.
Now, if you was ever involved in anything with the news, Luke. The news is always fucking inaccurate, bro. Always wrong. If you were ever involved with anything, D, have you ever been on the news for anything? If you was ever involved on the news for anything, the news is always inaccurate, dog. So man, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's closer to what Luke's saying. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes women get salty and do things out of spite. I don't know.
Being a lawyer in the room, I would say
who Wi-Fi bad now?
No, not my Wi-Fi. No, I can I got the joystick where I can remove myself like this. I can appear like this. You got bad Wi-Fi. You got bad Wi-Fi. You stop it. You being bad. You have bad Wi-Fi and deal with it.
Hey Luke. I didn't become a bad dad in one of my relationships until I introduced my kids to my new girlfriend.
What happened to D? Where you at, D?
D been playing hide and go see the whole show.
Well, where the fuck is D? Listen, man, the bottom line is when you investigate somebody for a whole year, 9 times out of 10 in these situations, the law wants the woman to press charges. And the woman don't press charges. Until the woman press charges, that's when the law does what? Then, hey, I got a witness. Then that's when the law automatically press the charges. There you go. You can't be hiding and shit. Your Wi-Fi went. Hey, but that's normally happens. Normally happens. The law comes in when there's a domestic violence issue, and they say, "Hey, what happened? Oh, he beat me up. Okay, all this. All right. Okay, fine. We go down. We need you to do a statement. We need you to press charges, and we're gonna lock his ass up. Then we'll have a hearing and everything. If the girl does not press charges, then it's investigated. They just put it in a stack, say it is being investigated because they have nothing to charge nobody. D done got missing again. So I think that's what the case is in that situation right there. But here we go. I'm trying to get D back before I go to this next topic, because it is absolutely crazy. There she go right there, Miss Bad Wi-Fi. You need to go to a 5-star, 4-star hotel, sweetheart.
I can't hear y'all.
You can hear us now? We can hear you.
We can hear you. What hotel is she at? How you know she might be at a 5-star?
She had the dude drop in. D is at the dude drop in.
Damn, El Palacio.
All right. Here's my other topic right here. All right. Here we go.
For the last 2 years, Florida's public universities have been banned by state law from using tax dollars for diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. I spoke with a student with a historically black university. She says there's...
Put it back up there.
Where's D? D, you there?
D struggling, man. Let D get herself together back there.
There we go.
Hampton. For the last 2 years, Florida's public universities have been banned by state law from using tax dollars for diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. I spoke with a student with a historically black university. She says that there's been a change to how they celebrate Black History Month.
What were some of those words that you were having pushback on?
So it was Black was one of them, affirmative action I heard about, and then women as well.
It's those words Aaliyah Stewart in her final year at Florida A&M College of Law says she was told couldn't be broadcast or published as she makes flyers for her organization, Black Law Student Association.
We couldn't use the word Black in Black History Month. We needed to abbreviate it.
I took those concerns to the university. They replied with this statement. In part saying Florida A&M University has consistently been in full compliance with Senate Bill 266 and Board of Governors Regulation 9.016. We support and have implemented the policy direction established by the governor, the legislator, and the Board of Governors as it relates to DEI and consistent with related federal court rules.
So, Streeter. I always start these kind of conversations off by saying elections have consequences. You vote this kind of shit in as a governor, and this kind of shit comes back to haunt you. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Dee has technical difficulties. She's trying to get back on, but it is bad for more reasons than one. And it's very, very important that people know the politics of it all, which I don't think people see this story and say, what the fuck? What the fuck? They want to go off on FAMU. FAMU president is not the issue in this case. The issue is the governor. When you're the governor of any state in the United States of America, there's public colleges, public schools. The governor is over those schools. The governor puts a board at each one of those schools. The governor brings the board, put a board there, and then what the governor does is he then have that board elect a president that's going to follow his rules and regulation. Now, mind you, in this case, he has to then get rid of DEI in the state and in the House. So he got those things put in law that you get rid of all these diversity, equity, inclusion departments in all these state schools. And then he then brings in all of these new presidents to implement what the law is and implement the things that he believes in, which is he's totally against diversity, equity, and inclusion. And he does not want any, under no circumstances, no teaching of Black history. He been said that, and he wasn't apologizing for it at no given time. That's what happens when you sit on your ass and say, oh, because Barack Obama ain't running, and you allow a jackass like this to become the governor of the state of Florida. This is what happens. Your Black universities are controlled by people that he put in there, and the law of the land becomes the law of the land becomes, yeah, we can ban all Black books, and yeah, you can't get on the campus of a Black university and say, oh, we're having a Black student union fucking meeting over at the library. You get kicked out. What kind of shit is this, Streeter?
Weird.
But yet still you could talk about the Holocaust. Yet still you can talk about Latino. You can talk about any race of people and talk about all of their history except for Black people. Make that make sense.
Luke, I want you to explain this. Explain why does she have to call it the Black blah, blah, blah? Why does she have to say it that way? Like, okay, so if we were at Harvard, right? And there's probably a few Black kids at Harvard, a bunch of white kids, a bunch of Asian kids, and they start saying we're having an Asian meeting or a white meeting, right? Why do Black people have to separate what they're doing with their race?
That's interesting that you said, but if you're at any white school, you have a Black student government. You have the separation of it because that's the way of the world. This is a Black and white world. You have, hey, look, you have fraternities and sororities that have predominantly Black, and you have predominantly white in those fraternities or sororities. Not too many Black guys can pledge gamma, whatever the hell they want to call it. And you don't see that many white guys pledging AKA our Q dogs. Well, right. I did saw one guy said he was a Q dog at a party the other day when I was in Boca, but you don't see that often. You have white fraternities and Black fraternities and white sorority. You have that on the in Harvard and Yale. You do have it. Black student government. I'm the president of the Black student. You have it. And so you ask the question, why do you have to have that? Because
why do we have to separate it? Why does it have to be?
Because we're not included.
Okay.
So it's
Bingo.
Better.
Bingo.
That
no, I wanted you to explain it. Bingo. There you go.
Let me tell you something. Fucking let me tell you this. In my honest opinion, we got screwed up when we integrated. Integration fucked us all up. We integrated into their culture. They never integrated into our culture. We wanted to buy the Louis and the Versace's and wanted to go to their restaurants, but they never came to our restaurants. They never bought our product. Only thing they bought of ours is our music, which they had already been doing anyway. They bought our music. They stole our culture.
Right.
A large part of it. You know, you got these Adele and all them singing like Black women and shit, and you got this, yeah, everybody want to say, which I think is the most appalling thing in the world. Oh, Bill Clinton, he's the brother. He's the first Black president because he got head in the White House. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother movie, but at the same time, we integrated into their shit. We went to their schools. We were doing okay when we were the Black community, white community, Hispanic community. Our money circulated within our community 100 times. Right now, our money only circulates in our community maybe 1 or 2 times. That's to the barber and maybe the fucking car wash. And now they got L car wash in everybody's community. So that motherfucker only circulates 1 time. But mind you, in everybody else's community, because you think you're buying liquor at the liquor store with a Black guy back there. No, he doesn't own it. It's either Arabian guy or Hispanic guy if you're in Miami or anywhere else. It's just that it's just how it is. And if you live in an apartment in a building where there's a whole bunch of other people, 9 times 10, a Jewish guy owns that whole building. And yeah, and that's how that works. So the dollar the dollar circulates, but before we owned all the shit. Before we owned our own property. But we wanted to integrate. We wanted to go to school on the beach, which me, We wanted to go buy all these goddamn clothes. We want to go to American Heritage. I am so great. I'm better than all the other niggers because I go to American Heritage. I go to St. Thomas High School, and I'm just gonna be their slave, and I'm gonna be playing football, and I'm gonna be their fucking entertainment. We are their entertainment, Streeter. They don't buy into. How many motherfucking white people you see going to Northwestern because Northwestern got such great football?
You know,
the black schools.
You know, it's so crazy when your grandmother used to tell you stories of Muhammad Ali being in Overtown, and we can't digest like why was he in Overtown? You know what I'm saying? But we were forced, but we had our own stuff. We own things, and still to today in 2026, we don't understand ownership.
We don't understand ownership because let me tell you something. We don't understand ownership because this is where we all fucked up at. I'm glad you said that.
Arguing and fighting with each other over a term that does not apply to you. Christopher Columbus is not our origin, so he can't call me a West Indian. Neither is Africanus our origin. So you call yourself an African. You are not an African. You were before there was an Africa. I'm an African American. Stop it! They named this country after Amerigo Vespucci, one of the grafted members of a grafted people that are Johnny-come-latelys on our earth. Now you're gonna call yourself an American and an African, both of them named by Caucasian people. What was the original name of that continent?
Goddamn Farrakhan done made a goddamn feature. Boy, he done got serious now, boy. He done put that old Farrakhan, boy. There's a lion asleep in Judith who will awake ye. Boy, oh, Farrakhan done showed up. Boy, he done got serious, boy.
Hey, you wanted the explanation. You fucking wanted the explanation, Streeter, and you got it. Streeter.
He's been speaking the truth for so many years.
He's just speaking the truth. We're misinformed. We're a bunch of misinformed. Huh?
He's been speaking the truth for so many years, bro. And when I maybe 20 years ago, I realized that he had the answers, and somehow mainstream media muted him. Like made us believe that he was this angry guy, and the man has had all the answers. If you go listen to him, if you read the final call, you would understand a lot of things about you and your people.
But
I got one for you, Luke.
Go ahead.
I remember I used to make jokes about them being out there with the final call with suits on in hot Miami. I used to be like, "Oh man, Farrakhan, they ain't got no Muslim short sets." And then one day it hit me, Luke. It hit me, dog, and it hit me like a brick. That they're out there with the final call, asking for donations and giving you a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? That mostly talked about blacks and a newspaper that talks about blacks. But the only way in this world that they don't get called a gang is for them to dress the way that they dressed. Other than that, any image of them in this America, in our mainstream media, will look like a gang. So they present themselves as men, well-dressed, and you can't get confused of who the fuck they are. Dog, and when it hit me, Luke, I was like, man, I was so small-minded and ignorant.
Let me tell you something. We have failed for the horse and pony show as a people. You wonder why these people talk down to us, treat us like slaves. You wonder why their mindset of us is half man. They might don't say it. 3/4 of a man. And when there's a brother like me and you, and we speak, we're outspoken black men. They have a problem with us. They want to typecast us as racist, but we just standing tall, standing firm on our right. 10 toes down. And so they have did a number on us as a people to go in to our community, in our schools, in our education, and teach us that their way of life is the way that you should inspire to be. And that's been done decades after decades. And if you're not a smart person, and if you're not teaching your son or your daughter to stand on their own and stand with power and stand firm and understand the world that they're in, they identify us. We're considered black necks to them. Like we can identify a redneck, they can identify a black neck. And that's why I loved everything about Shador, because they knew he's a black neck because of the teachings of his father. And so they poked the bear every time, poke the bear. Nothing about football. We need to get that angry black man out of you. We need to get that Colin Kaepernick out of you. We need you to say that you're being unfairly treated because you black and that other guy's a white guy. But he ain't fall for it. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to play those type of games in this society right now, because we're a lost tribe. And I don't think we're going to get it together no time soon, because we're still lost. We still shucking and jiving and dancing and prancing for these people. We 90% of the fucking NFL, and you got black men ain't saying shit about it, ain't threatening to fucking boycott and say, y'all got it, motherfuckers, because they know that there are some other slave mentality black men that will go take their job.
Yeah.
If they decide that they want to boycott and all that, then they know they're going to have some motherfuckers who's sitting there want to cross the line. So they got them in a trick bag.
It happened already. The replacement players. It happened already.
It happened already. So again, so they know we don't stand for nothing. We don't really stand for nothing, because they got us hoodwinked, bamboozled, fucked up in the mind, brainwashed, and all that. And they'll take and break bread and do business with the ones who are not going to be outspoken. Only ones that could come in the room with them and they break bread with are the ones who do what? Sell their soul to them, who they could stand up and say, them people. They can even say the nigger word in the room with them, and they'll try them, and they won't say nothing. They'll be okay with that, just to be in the club, making the money, all the money, glorifying, putting on a big pedestal, putting names in the lights. We own that nigga. And unfortunately, that's what it is. And every other nigga wants to replace that nigga who they done put up on the pedestal, and they get mad with that nigga. So we're in a crab in the bucket mentality, and we're the only race of people that's like that. They fear the Mexicans. That's why this man going after Mexican, because them people eat together, drink together, party together. The dollar circulates within their community 1,000 times. So why do you want to get rid of a whole race of people? Is because they don't mean nothing to your bottom line. They're not feeding into the American dream, the American economy, because the American economy is a white guy sitting back there collecting all the money. Them motherfuckers sitting over there, they're only feeding into their own shit. They ain't caught up. They ain't trying to put Louis on. They ain't trying to put Versace on. They ain't trying to get a motherfucking ticket to the game. They're not buying into the bullshit that these people have to offer. So they would be better off exterminating them. I'm just keeping it a buck. Us, on the other hand, you can't exterminate because we buy into the bullshit. we're going to go get the design of this and the design of that and all that there and everything. We're going to go. We buy into what the fuck they're selling.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't buy into nothing we selling. You let a black designer come up there, they're going to look at the fabric. They're going to look at this and look at that and everything. They're going to look at shit. Hey, we open up a restaurant. They're looking at man, they got a spot on the fork. Mind you, bitch, you just left the fucking the Waffle House with all the shit on the floor in the back of the thing. So you're going to question everything. I looked at a black man. A black man has an electric car. Just like D said earlier. Ain't nobody talking about that. But you want to talk about Elon Musk. All black people should go buy the fucking black electric car. Make him a motherfucking billionaire. But we ain't going to do that because we so stuck in the trying to be like them. We need to be like them. Only way we're accepted, if I don't get in a Range Rover and if I ride around the black man car, the first thing the people my consumer gonna say, oh, that nigga Luke must be broke. He got that fucking black man car. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of gotta damn near feed the machine because you know the machine is fucking ignorant. But that's why I do like this. I wear this shirt. I don't feed into the bullshit. You can't, I gotta have a Cuban link. That's the sign of success. I gotta call up some fucking Jacob the jeweler. That's a sign of success. Jacob the jeweler, make me a motherfucker. No disrespect to Jacob the jeweler. He doing his thing, but I gotta go and fucking, there's all these examples of success and it's not designed around giving back to your community, doing work in your community, doing the things that help empower the people around you. I talk about these sorry ass politicians all the time. These black politicians we got down here. I don't give a fuck if they get mad with me until you make niggas who you went to school with or in your community multi-millionaires. We'll go get a motherfucker from New York and give him the whole goddamn lay of the land. We'll go get a fucking white boy and bring and give him the whole goddamn shopping center in Miami Gardens.
Yeah,
we okay when we do business with the white man. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring in the white company. No, empower your own. Empower your fucking own. That don't do nothing for me. That's why people always say, Luke, why you don't be at certain places, moving in certain places with certain people? Because I'm not with the bullshit. I'm not with the bullshit in the music business. I'm not sitting up in there. I'm not selling my soul to the fucking devil. I'm not doing it locally in my own community because if it's bullshit, I'm not signing up to the bullshit. You feel me? And that's what it is. I fuck with you because you're a good guy. You're a black-owned company. You're doing your thing. You consistently get treated like shit by the University of Miami. They consistently treat, and listen, you ain't got to speak on it because you got credentials. Because you're the only black guy down there covering the motherfucking team, doing all the work, but they shit on you every time. But they'll get them same little motherfucking Cuban boys who you taught the business to, who looked up to you, who were understudies to you. They'll glorify them and put them on a pedestal, which I ain't mad at that because that is a Cuban head coach. He is supposed to look out for his people. But when we get the goddamn con, we don't look out for each other.
We don't know how to.
We don't do it because we're going to talk about, we're for everybody. Look here, Shrita, if I run for office and make that decision on Sunday and say I'm running for office, I am running for Congress for the people, for the black people in that community. Fuck that. Yes, yes, there are some white people, there are some Hispanics in that district, but at the same time, I am black. We have been deprived more than anybody else. Black first, everybody else second. They can mark me down for that.
They can sign you up for that.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to be apologizing for it. I am not going to be apologizing for my blackness. I am here to serve black people at the end of the day, because we are the ones that have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, confused in the brain, oppressed, feet on the neck. Gotta give your kid a speech. I got 2 cars sitting out there right now. My son took him to get his driver's license. He got his driver's license. I'm nervous as fuck to let my child go out there and drive. Nigga, get in the back seat. I'm nervous to let my child go out there and drive. Lord help me if I was to have him out there driving and I get some fucking phone call, put some police and did some wild shit to him. I'm not there. I keep it a buck. This is the world that we have to live in, and we don't see this. We want to be inclusive of them. I know friends who just make these motherfuckers millionaires every fucking weekend. I ain't gonna call their names. I don't buy into that. I look at it for what it is. Buy your own shit. We need to support our own, but we ain't gonna do that because we gonna set. I'm going to the barber shop when I get off here. Happily go up into my barber, the black barber, cut my hair. My dollar translated one time. I'm gonna go to Sundays. I'm gonna go to finger licking. I'm gonna get me some shit. I'm gonna go to Reed food truck. I'm gonna spend my dollar is gonna circulate within the black community more than one time. Fuck that. That is my, and everybody should be on the same thing. Because if your dollar don't circulate, if you ain't spending money with your own people, what are you doing? What the fuck are we doing? I'm sorry to go off the deep.
I know some people is probably confused about you saying the hurricane shitting on me. You know what I'm saying? What people don't realize is when they talk about media, bro, like, listen, I created one of the largest, maybe the largest grassroots media company in Florida. Like somebody who started from nothing and just started with one follower and created over 1 million cross social media. People don't realize I got 200,000 TikTok followers, 200,000 Facebook followers, 200,000 Instagram followers, 140,000 YouTube followers. One of the largest grassroots media company. I was at the University of Miami. The first time I started interviewing people, Alan Hearns was there. That was maybe 8, 9 years ago. I was the only media company in the room of my kind, not of black, of my kind, of social media. I was in the room with an Instagram account, not knowing if I was real media or not. You know what I'm saying? This was maybe 10 years ago. And I realized something. I realized that I wasn't one of the big media companies, but what I was somebody from the community, and I had access to things that a lot of them were trying to get access to. And that's kind of what I built the community on. So, I mean, we interviewed most of the NFL guys are in the Cam Kitchens, James Williams, Leonard Taylor. Like we had all these guys with us, you know what I'm saying? Like interviewing us. There's been coaches at University of Miami that told me, Street, we watch your interviews because the kids tell you things they wouldn't tell us as we recruit them. When I was saying that, I'm gonna say this. I've never got an interview with Mario Cristobal. I put in for it. I mean, but some of these guys that getting interviews with him wasn't even around when I started covering the Canes.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So when you say they're sitting on me, like, you know what I'm saying? They credentialed me, you know what I'm saying? They finally gave me my just due. I mean,
they're not giving you the respect, in my opinion, that you rightfully deserve. And I've earned it. I've earned it. You've earned it. And I'm using this as an example of all the issues that we have all across the country. These type of examples exist all across the country. They know that everybody knows that, like the young lady in Jacksonville, she speaks. She tells the coach, "Hey, coach, you had a great year," and all of a sudden she's unethical. She's unethical. But then why you asked the question before? Why does it have to be black and white? They made it like this. Then we have to go and pull up a fucking interview from a Cleveland Brown beat reporter who then says to the coach the same exact thing.
Same thing. Nobody says
Same
anything.
fucking thing. Nobody says he's unethical. But when it comes to us, it's unethical. When it comes to you, it don't take a rocket science. They know the value of you and your platform and everybody. And it's 1,000 streeters around the country right now. That's why when you walk into the room, you only see a few of us because the few have been pushed out. You feel me? So the few have been pushed out of media. One thing about it.
Hey, look, I don't think it's 1,000. I don't think it's 1,000 people that did what I did.
No, it ain't 1,000 people that did.
Yeah, no, it might be 100 of us.
Maybe
I don't think it's 1,000 black guys that.
I mean, you created a platform. Look, it's two. Y'all having the pleasure of talking to two motherfuckers on here that really pulled themselves up by the bootstraps. This man right here pulled himself up by the bootstrap, came with an idea called Footballville and brought that motherfucker up by the bootstraps, and he's still here God knows how many years later. Right. Same thing with me. Ain't nobody gave me no handout. I ain't getting no fucking record deal. No, I am the record deal. I gave out the record deals. I just started goddamn hip-hop in the South when there was no hip-hop, when I got laughed at. And people thought it was a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, our point, and I think we're just different than everybody else. Yeah. A large part of it.
I look at you as an example, Luke.
Totally different. Huh?
I look at you as an example, and my lady all the time tells me, baby, you're gonna have to be twice as big, twice as bad. I look at what you've done, and I know anybody from Miami grew up to your music, and then I look at the trials and tribulations you got to go through, and I say to myself, well, goddamn, if Mr. I Want to Rock still can't get his flowers, right? I know it's gonna be hard for me, so I don't expect it, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't expect it. Luke, no, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you when it hit me, Luke. I was sitting in the media room one day, and one of the media guys was saying that the black kids don't like to do interviews, right? He didn't say the black kids, he just said athletes. But goddamn it, the wide receivers and running backs, they're black. Okay. They don't like to do interviews, they don't like to talk, and this was early, so I didn't really know my place in media. I was one of the first dudes on the sideline with a cell phone. Not even gonna lie. Didn't even know if I was supposed to have the motherfucker. I just knew I could go to Twitter faster than the bigger companies can go back and produce what they were trying to produce. I saw it before them. So I said to him, I said, listen, maybe if you inform the kid on how him talking to your millions of followers on your website could help him, he would be more inclined to interview. And the media guy looked back at me and said, that ain't my job. It's not my job to teach them like the value of interviewing. And that's when it hit me, Luke. It pissed me off, but that's when it hit me that they were trying to get into the community that I had came from. And I didn't have the backing of this huge media company behind me, but what I had was the kids, the people. They trusted me.
And Streeter, tell me what music. The same thing happened with music. We were singing our motherfucking songs in the fields. We were singing our songs in our own community, doing our own concerts. We were in just this community here. We had to go to Overtown to stay because black people weren't allowed to stay on Miami Beach. And then integration came, then, oh yeah, I'm going to South Beach. I almost fucking threw up when LeBron James said that. And I love him to death, do business with him right now today.
He know no better. He know no better.
He know no better.
He know no better.
He know no better. Again, no. So I'm saying our music, our fashion, they want to be us. Now everybody want to look like our women. You gotta have them. Before it was like, oh, they got big asses and big lips, and that's where the monkey term came in at. And then all of a sudden, everybody want to have big ass, big lips, and big butts. Everybody want to look like us. Everybody want to have curves. You can't be a model if you got curves. So every aspect of us, they want to be like us, but they don't want to buy into what they don't want to buy. You don't see them at Arlene's. You go to Arlene's, you used to do your show there. You don't see them spending money with us. You don't see them spending money with our fashion. We have fashions like all kind. I mean, I wouldn't say FUBU and all that because shit, I went up in FUBU and I saw some people in the back room with the things on their head and all that. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought we on FUBU. I'm just keeping it a fucking buck. So at the end of the day, my thing to this, Streeter, we really have to look at the things that are going on in society today, whether it's media, whether it's we just got to look at us as one and say, look, man, this is the most important time for us to come together, support each other, and teach these young people, because they're going to be left with what? AI is whooping ass. Chat GPT, you got all kind of shit. They ain't gonna have no fucking jobs. They're gonna be so left behind. They got them in these bullshit schools where they ain't teaching them shit. You got bullshit charter schools. You got bullshit high schools where they ain't even got internet in the fucking public schools and shit like that. So they're getting left behind educational wise. The parents is too busy working 2 and 3 fucking jobs trying to make ends meet, trying to keep a roof over their head. The rent is out of fucking control. Man, I don't even want to get into that because now the whole fucking reason why my black ass is moving toward running for office so I can try to save some of these motherfucking people because we fucked up. We're fucked up as a people. We are fucked up because we don't stand together. We don't stand together. When a man asks you, talking about, oh, they don't know how to talk. How about because they don't want to talk to you because they feel like they got to speak your language. When the athlete, the black athlete don't want to talk to the white reporter because they know you trying to get clickbait. You don't like them. They already know what the fuck you on. You trying to catch them in some bullshit. Plus, you don't speak their language. They don't feel comfortable talking to you. And that's why all those people have a problem with those guys talking to you. But then again, we have those other ones, the Stephen A. Smith and the Cam Newtons and all them. And we have a lot of them that they like talking to. I'm going to leave it on that. I got to go get a haircut. And then, I'm probably in my final days. I might have to stop by Tootsie's on the way. I don't think I could go in Tootsie's if I get elected, huh?
I think after Donald Trump, I think you can do whatever you want to do. Just keep pointing at Donald Trump like you do in court. I like to reference Donald Trump on February the 6th. Just keep pointing at them.
Hey man, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. Shouts out to my man Street. Appreciate you coming on. Hey man, y'all check Street out, Footballville. He's on all these platforms. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Y'all go look him up, like, share, and subscribe his page. Hey man, appreciate you, Streeter. As always, one love, my brother. Yep. Hey man, I enjoyed tonight. The night was good. I told you I was gonna be impactful. We had D Love from D Love Sports on there. We had my man Streeter on here. We talked some good shit. It was a beautiful night. We talked some politics, entertainment, and all that. We did it all right here. I mean, it's the Luke Show. What the fuck you expect? We'll be back tomorrow, people. I like this time of night. But then again, we might be on at 5. Y'all just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Make sure y'all go to my social media page. Go to Twitter, Uncle Luke Real One on Twitter. Go to my Instagram page, Uncle Luke Real One on Instagram. Go to my YouTube page. Follow me on YouTube as well. That's Uncle Luke Real One on YouTube, and also my fan page on Facebook. Y'all go over there and follow me on there. I appreciate you all. I love everybody. I want to thank you all for joining the show. Shouts out to my girl Glow. a regular. As always, I love you. Make sure y'all follow Glow down there. She does some dope customized gear. I'm telling you. She made a goddamn AKA hat for my ex-mother-in-law. Can I say that? Ex-mother-in-law. Well, I gave it to my son because he was taking it and say, give your grandmama this for Christmas, and it made her day, and she loved it. Matter of fact, AKAs, I'm gonna see y'all in a minute up in Orlando. We're gonna have us a good time. Shouts out to the AKAs. I love y'all and everybody else. But until the next time on Sunday. Sunday, make sure y'all check me out on the Glenn Milberg Show on TV 10. Here, I'm going to make my announcement whether or not I'm running for Congress, getting into that circus that y'all see on TV, getting 2 feet in the fire. I'll make the decision on Sunday. I'm going back and forth. But at the end of the day, like Walter Cronkite always said, may the good news be yours.
Make the booty go, 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 pop, pop, make the booty go, pop, pop.
I need some bad girls. I'm gonna let y'all hear my new song. I need some bad girls. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. You and you. Come on with that, your fine ass.
Sit on the